Hello everyone, I'm Corey Mitchell with TradeThatSwing.com, and this is your swing trading stock market outlook for the week of October 21st. If you're ever wondering where this article is on the website, you can go to Stocks, Stock Market Analysis, and Trades, and it is updated there each week. Conditions do change throughout the week, even though this article and this video is only produced once per week. So just be aware of that. You can look for the things we'll discuss to see if market conditions change. So for the week of October 21st, market conditions are good. That means I'm focusing on long trades willing to deploy capital. You can check out these lists for some potential trade ideas. How the markets are doing. I like to look at a few different indices just to see how different segments of the market are performing. Pretty much everything doing well right now. So we have the NASDAQ 100, a little bit more technology based. We can see the uptrend a little bit more slowing up here, but still uptrending behavior. Had a higher swing high here, a swing high here, a swing low here. We made a higher swing high, higher swing low. So we are moving up overall. S&P 500, very strong, moved well above these highs. Pullback stayed above those prior highs and off and running. NYSE Composite, also very nice uptrending behavior. Russell 2000, uptrending behavior. Higher swing highs, higher swing lows, higher swing low, higher swing high. You can go back further left and you can get a little bit of insight, but what I'm really just looking at is the recent price action. Are we making higher swing highs, higher swing lows? And we are. The Canadian index, a little more basic materials based, lots of gold stocks doing well, which we'll get to in a second, and it is just running. Bitcoin zoomed in here, can't quite see the full channel, but this has been a descending channel for quite a while and finally got the breakout. So the prior weeks we had talked about how it had that run up, pulled back, and some potential trades if it starts moving up again. Now at this point we have had the run up to the top of the channel, so I'm not super interested in taking a long right here. What I would rather see is it potentially continue running, and if we get a pullback that stays outside that old range and then starts moving up again, that's when I get interested. So similar to what we had here, we have the run up, we have the pullback. That's when I like to get in. The gold stocks. So let's look at gold first. This is the gold ETF, and pretty relentless uptrend for the last while. So that's good. And the gold miners are confirming. You can see nice uptrend as well. We've talked about this pattern for a while where it's kind of moving up that 15 to 20%, pulling back 9 to 15%-ish. And so we've had a run up here. I think this run up is about 16% off that low. That's about kind of what we've been having. Not saying the pattern will continue, but if I notice a pattern playing out, I'll generally take that into account. So we've had this nice run up. So, there may be setups in the individual stocks, which of course we can trade, but if you were like trading the miners ETF or something, I'd rather wait for the pullback. But gold stocks, if you're running scans, you're going to be finding lots of gold stocks on those lists because the gold stocks have been strong. So if you see setups you like, I'll definitely be taking them. But just looking at the ETF perspective, you can see it's been pretty much this kind of rhythmic uptrend. Let's look at the market health indicators. This tells us what's going on under the hood. You can see the S&P 500 up here. Volume not super important to me at the moment. This is the daily percentage movement of the S&P 500. Just tells us how much the price is moving. Uptrends are characterized by lower volatility. Downtrends, choppy periods are characterized by high volatility. We can look at this by looking at the down days. When you have a 2% down day or greater, that's usually a sign that there's some choppiness in the market, higher volatility. So we had this big drop here, and this was, not, just gave us the indication that it was choppy, downtrending type behavior. This is quieter, uptrending characteristics. That's what we like to see. So once we start seeing those bigger down days, it's one of the signs I look for that tells me, hey, things are getting a little bit choppy. This is the NYSE advanced decline line. Advancing stocks minus declining stocks is a cumulative number. You can just see the edge here because I've zoomed in, and you can see it's moving up along with the S&P 500, so it's basically confirming. This is up volume divided by total volume. Nothing here. I'm looking for extreme values either up here or down here to give us extreme buying or extreme selling coming in, and we've been just hanging out in the middle, so nothing there. This is another smiley face. It is the percentage of stocks above their 50-day moving average, just a crude measure of stocks in uptrends. And we have 76% of stocks in the S&P 500 are above their 50-day moving average. So lots of stocks moving higher, doing well. In uptrends, going to be much easier to make money on the long side when most stocks are moving up. 68% of all U.S. stocks above their 50-day moving average. So really, you could, not that I advocate this, but you can almost pick a random stock and there's, most of them are moving up right now, just based on those percentages. So easier to make money on the long side, pretty good market conditions. Sectors on the move. Utilities hot on all 3 time frames. I generally don't trade utilities unless they happen to be very strong and show up on my scan list, but generally they're a little bit smaller movers, so they don't end up on my scan list for really strong stocks. But we have most sectors doing okay. You trade the utilities, hey, some of them have done really well. Financials, basic materials, industrials, all doing well. Technology trying to make a comeback, kind of in the middle of the pack here, but near the top over the last month. So what am I doing right now? Well, long trades in stocks, as we discussed. Bitcoin near the top of its channel after its recent run, so waiting for a pullback on that. Long trades, the gold stocks get lumped in with that because I don't trade gold specifically or itself, the commodity. I trade the gold stocks since they tend to move a lot more in percentage terms. So those would just get lumped in with potential long trades in stocks. So that's your quick weekly outlook for the week of October 21st. Have a great week out there.